It'll archive. That's fine.
It'll archive.
Yeah, I'm still going. So
Alright, locally, there's several things. One of them is
the only
called the watershed, Lake Long Mill.
I'd like to socialize for a minute with some of our new
Go for it. Go for it. There's a timber company that owns a bunch of land out by the water supply called Lake Long Mill. It's out of town about 15 miles. And the Lake Long Mill watershed, they wanted to build a whole bunch of homes, which the runoff and all the things associated will kill the water supply for this entire city. So we went to the quorum court here and got the issue tabled so they could further study the situation to not build all those homes. Because where would 500,000 people get their water from if they kill the lake? Now, it'll be great for fishing when they got done with it, but it won't do anything for our water supply. There won't be any way to filter that stuff, especially the estrogen out of the water. It just won't happen. So we don't want that to happen. So we've got that issue tabled right now. One of the other local things we're doing is a statewide ballot initiative. It's called Rex Speakers. It's a state motto. It means the people rule. If you go to the peoplerule2012.com, you will find out all about it, but it does three things. One of the things that it does is it will stop corporations and unions from giving directly to campaigns, just like federal law. Arkansas is one of the few states that they can give directly to campaigns and then also through PACs as well. We will not outlaw PAC money because that's federal law. You can't change that. But we can stop them from double dipping. The second thing it will do, it will make legislators wait 2 years to become a lobbyist. Right now they have to wait 1 year after getting out of office. So we're doubling that time to 2 years. And the third thing is it's going to invoke what we call the Walmart rule. The reason it got its name is if you're a buyer for Walmart and I approach you with a product, they can't even take a cup of coffee from me as an inducement. So we want to disallow all gifts to anybody that's an elected official in the state, meaning they can't even give them a cup of coffee because now they can take them on trips, to give them meals, expensive dinners, they can go in and grease the wheels. And we want their ideas to win the day, just like your idea and my idea. Go to people that are our senators and state legislators, we want to go in there and win the case with our ideas and make everybody on the same level playing field. So if that gets on the ballot, those three things will change, and it's already been polled at over 70% that will pass. It's a matter of gathering 62,570 signatures by July the 6th. And then we get an additional 30 days to make up the ones that will be disallowed and stuff. But right now we're in the middle of that period of time to gathering those signatures, and we've been gathering them for about a month. I think we're up to 35,000, somewhere in line there. We're probably going to make it. It's going to be tight. We have people from Occupy Little Rock canvassing all over. They're fanning out all over the state. We have paid canvassers going out now. A bipartisan committee that's called Better Ethics Now, which has Republicans and Democrats of prominent nature throughout the entire state, former governors, former senators' sons, all kinds of people got together and said, no, we want this ethics package to pass. And they've raised about $200,000 to help get this on the ballot, and once it gets on the ballot, to help combat all the negative things that are happening already against this trying to get on, because there are people and forces that don't want this on the ballot. And so we're going to make it to where it gets on the ballot. If it gets on there, it's going to pass. There's no doubt about it. It will pass. So that's just a couple of the local things that we're involved with, the watershed and the regnant populace issues. The other major thing that we're doing is there is what's called the Little Rock Tech Park Authority that was formed through a legislative thing back in 2007, where they wanted to pick a site to build a technology park. Well, they picked 3 different sites right in the middle of a residential neighborhood. They're wanting to use eminent domain to take these private property houses from people to give them to a private corporation of unknown origin. There's not even anybody that's interested at this point in coming. It's just a pipe dream idea. And so we said, no, you cannot take these people's homes. So they formed a coalition, We Shall Not Be Moved, and Occupy Little Rock is heavily involved with that coalition of forces within the city. And we are every week picketing City Hall, We've got issues and ordinances that are going to be passed saying that this week that are going on the city board of directors that say you cannot use any tax money to use an eminent domain to take anyone's home to build this tech park and stuff. And so that's going to go through. Not to say that they won't try to raise private money to do the same thing, but we think we got them on the run at this point because they're marshaling forces at this point, to realizing that we may have opened a hornet's nest here. And so we took them on a press tour Saturday of all the alternative sites around town to show where they could go do this on land that's already existing without taking a single home and stuff. And so I believe we're winning the argument and winning the day. You asked me that in a week's time, and the 20th of this Wednesday, the Tech Park Board is going to meet again, and we will be there in force to speak to them and say, you know, here's what we want done. We're not going to sit by while you take our homes. That's not going to happen. And so we hope we have changed their mind. They're trying to pass a resolution also through the city that says to wait 6 months, which by the way will be right after the election, to explore these alternative sites, because they just showed up with 3 sites in the middle of a neighborhood. In the 30 days they wanted them to spend $22 million to go in and use eminent domain on these homes and go, whoa, wait. So we just say, no, this is not going to fly. Churches, all the residents in the neighborhood, Occupy Little Rock, the ACO, several organizations have all banded together and meet 2 or 3 times a week to make sure we keep the pressure on so that does not happen. And if I had to bet on it, and I am a betting man, I would bet that they're not going to take one single home to do this. That we took them on, like I say, on that press tour, and there's no way that they're going to wind up taking a home. Too many people will rise up to do that. If they were building an airport, a road, something the eminent domain was designed for, that's fine. Like 2002, there's people from Boston that can tell you the New London Supreme Court case that changed all of this, that said eminent domain could be used to take private property for a corporation. Pfizer took that property and took the tax breaks for all their other companies that were associated with that and never built one thing on the site. When their 10-year tax break was up, they closed the factories, laid off 3,500 people, and at that point, just up and left town. And that was the original case that even started this in the whole place. We don't want to see that happen in Little Rock. We don't want to see it happen anywhere. It's just wrong. So corporations, no, you can't have our private property. And in this state, we take it real personal when you're coming after our private property.
Isn't this Walmart state? Isn't this the home of Walmart?
Yes, home of Walmart. Sure is.
So how much of a focus is Walmart in your attacks on corporate labor, degrading
so
labor?
Much in the Little Rock area, but in Occupy Northwest Arkansas and Occupy Fayetteville, yes, they have been the ones that have the lead on.
They're based in Fayetteville, no? Well, thank you. There we go. I think we'll